Hello. If you're looking for a tarot reading, this is not a tarot reading. This is a little bit different. I had an experience today, and earlier in the day, I had a dream. And as I've calmed down, I realized that the dream prepared me for the experience. Something big is happening, and I wanted to share it with you. As an oversoul energy, which I have been told I am, anything that happens in my life is playing out for more than just me. It's big. So I'm going to start by letting you listen to the recording that I took after waking up from this dream. This is the first time I will listen to this recording. So I'm going to take notes on the correlations and the symbolism as I receive the messages about this dream, because this is my first chance to review it and I'm doing it here live with you. So let me get my notebook ready. Yep, I got the right notebook. All right, so here we go.
I just woke up from a dream, and in my dream, I had somebody come to me. I was told that they were going to be coming to me. Was it my father? Yeah. Was it my father or was it my daughter's father? Came to me and said, okay, I'm going to take care of this. There was some sort of problem. They said, but when I take care of this, I'm going to send somebody from this insurance company to you, and they're going to give you instructions. I'm going to put you in protective custody for a little while. You're going to have to go to the King's Inn. I just kept remembering the name, the King's Inn. And it was like, okay, so what do I remember? I remember they were doing something to my car with the door. Whoever this was, I watched them do something to my car door with the mechanics to the inside of the door. And then they put me in the car and locked the door, and I couldn't get out. I was in Blanca. I couldn't get out of it. I could drive. It was weird. They tried to get me to not be able to follow them. They tried to sabotage my car so I couldn't follow them to what they were going to do. They're like, we're going to take care of this for once and for all. Who were they? They were masculine energies. Maybe my dad and my daughter's dad. No. It almost even felt like if it was a husband, so was it God? So, of course, my rebellious ass still tries to follow, which I'm able to drive the car. They had messed up the driver's seat, so I remember I had to drive in the center, from the center or closer to the passenger seat, and it was just awkward. And for a minute, I was behind them. I was on their tail, and then I lost them, and I ended up going home, and I had my children there. And I'm laying in my bed. I remember laying in my grandsons were the ones. I remember their faces. It was my grandsons that were there with me. And I remember I was laying in a bed. I heard the doorbell, but I didn't get up. And I could hear everything, but I didn't get up. And the boys had let somebody in the house. And I could hear the man explaining that he was from the insurance company and he needed to talk to me. Mm-hmm. And the boys came into my room. I remember it being this house that I live in. And the boys came into my room. Grandma, immediately I finally woke up when I heard my grandson call me. And he said, "The man is here. He needs to talk to you." "Ma'am, I forgot what he said his name was, from this insurance company. And it's time. It's time. You have to go to the King's Inn. Have to go to the King's Inn. Okay. Go ahead and call. And your stay is already arranged. You can look it up online." And I don't remember. I feel like he said, "Call me if you'll need anything," right? But you'll have a great time there. And the man left. And I remember looking at the boys saying, "Okay, boys, get your shoes, your socks, get everything. We got to get out of here. We're going to go stay at the hotel." "Oh, yeah, we're going to go stay at the hotel." They're all excited. They're little like they are now, right? All excited. We're going to go stay at the hotel. And so I get on my phone and I start looking up this place. And it's like, their website is, I'm like, okay, where is this place I'm supposed to go to? I can't find the address on there. Their website has so much detail on it, so much information. It's kind of elusive. And I keep looking it up over again. I'm like, do I got the right place? I remember just trying to figure out if I had the right place. And as I'm looking at the website, like they have all these really cool services there, all sorts of really cool options and services and amenities. They have meditation, free this class, free that class, all types of things to do. And in my head, it's like I could see the outline of the place, and it was like some sort of secret entrance. And it was like everything was like down this long corridor. And why am I seeing the blueprint for the place is how I knew. Somehow I saw the blueprint for the place. It's like there's this long corridor. I feel like it was a highly secure, secret entrance. And then this huge facility at the end of this long corridor. And it was like this facility was tucked in the middle of a whole bunch of other businesses and stuff that were surrounding it. It's like all these other businesses and stuff were like the castle walls to this place. Okay. But the whole idea was we're going to take care of this once and for all. It gives the feel like being sent into protective custody because God's gonna go do dirt on whoever the fuck was fucking with you. So hold on a second, because I'm gonna take care of you right now and put you in this safe place while I go kill these motherfuckers. Is literally what it felt like. It felt like a couple dudes was about to go do a hit, and so that they don't retaliate on the family is gonna be moved to a safe position. So, but this was all, I see that this is all very spiritual and symbolic. What keeps standing out to me is the King's Inn, the King's Inn, the King's Inn, the King's Inn. What else do I remember? Yeah, I remember they sabotaged something with my car, and it was Blanca, my old school. I couldn't sit in the driver's seat, and I wasn't able to open the door. It was two masculine energies for sure that left. The insurance person was an older, Caucasian, masculine energy as well. And I don't remember anything about colors or smells. What else do I remember? I remember like the website kept getting me confused. I kept trying to find how to book the room. There's nowhere on there about how to book the room. Okay, well, let me at least find the address. Where is this place located? And I felt like I was here in Las Vegas. I felt like all of it was here in Las Vegas. I didn't feel like it was out of state or anything. In my dream, it felt like it was just going to be a quick hop and a jump to some location here downtown Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. But it was also, there was strong, it was a secure facility, protective custody situation. So, I had to record. We'll find out more at some point. It'll become clearer.
All right, so that is the recording I made after I woke up from my dream. And that was this afternoon. Hold on a second. Let me see. After I recorded it, let's see. That was at just 3 minutes before 4 p.m. today here in Las Vegas that I finished recording that. So, I was here with my grandsons today. This is my personal experience. And you'll see how the prophecy comes into play. Well, you will. Yeah, it'll be pretty clear. I know there's more to the understanding here that is still yet to be revealed. Something big is happening. I know that much. Okay. I was here with my grandsons, and I was like, I finished the last little bit of my cherry Pepsi. And when I get a sweet tooth, I just want a little bit of cherry Pepsi. And I thought, well, if I go get cherry Pepsi now, it's not even going to be cold until way later. And even now, the cherry Pepsi is somewhere in the house. It's still not in the fridge. But all of a sudden, it was got to take a dump urge. Let me go to the store real quick. It's almost the boys' bedtime, so it must have been about 6:30, I think, when we left the house. 6:30 p.m. It's now 10:30 p.m. And I want you to know that I'm fine. The boys are fine. We're safe, and everything is good. Across the street from the community that I live in, which is a gated community. So then I think about the corridor, the protection, because it's a gated community. It's a little bit of a drive to get back to the house. Let's run across the street real quick. We're going to run to the store. We'll be right back. And as I was walking out the door, I realized I don't even have my phone. And I was like, it's okay. I'm just going to run and grab a 2-liter soda. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. So I thought. Didn't have my phone. Walking out the door, Princess says, Grandma, can I pick this song Blue on your phone? I said, baby, we're just going across the store. I don't even have my phone with me. You don't have your phone. You should bring your phone. We don't need the phone. We're going to be right back. We ain't going nowhere but across the street. We're coming right back. We're going to be home in no time. Before you know it, we'll be home. We ain't even going to have time to listen to all the song. So I thought, We go to the store. We pull up front. Get our parking. Before I can get out of the car, I notice this guy. He looks hella suspect, man. Like his energy. I didn't like his energy. I knew he was going to ask me for something. As soon as I step out of the car, he's already making his wave to me. And he's got $1 in his hand. He's like, if I give you this $1, will you buy me some milk? Will you buy me a gallon of milk? And I'll just give you $1. I was like, no. And I walked in the store. As I went to walk in the store, I could hear him hawking up a big old loogie. I said, yeah, right back at you. Didn't think nothing. Walked in the store. Like, you could keep your ugly ass energy over there. It was literally what I meant when I said right back at you. You could keep all that ugly energy over there. So I go in the store. We grab our 2-liter cherry Pepsi. Princess is like, that's what we came here for some soda. I was like, yeah, I want some soda. So we get in line. We pay. Everything's fine. We walk out of the car. I unlock the car. We go to get in the car. We're getting in the car. And before I know it, this guy is coming at me full force. I'm trying to close the door to the car. I can't get the fucking door closed. I swear to God, I thought this man was going to hit me. But he didn't. He did like this. This man sprayed me in my face. I had pepper sprayed tonight. I got pepper sprayed tonight in my face. And I saw him take off walking that way. It was two men, and they were pushing a baby stroller. One of them was pushing a baby stroller. The one man never even came anywhere near me, but this guy did. And they left walking together, walked into the dark. By that time, that was the last thing I saw. The pepper spray sit in. I couldn't see a fucking thing. I said, grab my hands, boys. We got to go in the store. We need help. So my grandsons are there with me. They're holding my hands. We go inside the store. They're fine at this time. We go in the store, and I walk in the store. I need help. I've just been attacked. I was screaming. I was like, I need help. The guy sprayed something in my face. I've just been attacked. Help me. Call the police. Do something. I said, where are you at? Why are you just standing there staring at me? I'm blinking like this. I can barely see. People just staring. Eyes is watering, burning. I don't even know what to think. I'm in complete shock, and I can't see shit, and I'm freaking out because I got my grandsons. And it's just me and my grandsons. Everything happens so fast. Some of it is already hazy, but what I remember is they walked me back outside. They gave me water to flush my eyes. Tears, crying, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't have to buy you a gallon of fucking milk, and you're gonna and I was pissed. You're gonna fucking pepper spray me in the face because I wouldn't buy you some fucking milk? You know what? I don't think he really wanted me to buy him milk. I think he just wanted to attack me anyways, especially when I look at this dream. One of my grandsons, eventually, Princeton, the older, his eyes started burning. One of his eyes started burning. I'm like, come here, baby. And I start working my magic on him. I know that, whatever it is, it's probably just overspray, the fumes, something that got to him and it did settled in now. Maybe it was on his skin and he touched his eye or something. But I started working my magic on him, and it didn't take much, and it went away from him. It went away from him just fine. But, while I'm in the midst of crying and upset and angry and feeling like, what the fuck can I do? I can't even see a fucking thing. I'm out here with my grandsons. I don't even have my fucking phone. For the first time in my life, I don't have my fucking phone. And I'm like, and who would I call anyways? My daughter's with a client. Like, who do I have to call? I'm like, literally, you're going to call Ghostbusters is what I hear right now. Like, literally, who the fuck am I going to call? My life is me, my daughter, and my two grandsons, and you guys. So, yeah. I do have friends. Let me take that back. I have some beautiful friends. But I'm like, what the fuck is anybody going to do for me? Like, I've been pepper sprayed. The shit's done. Okay. Police called. They called an ambulance to check me out. They offered to take me to the hospital. I'm like, no, I don't go to hospitals. I don't deal with doctors. I am holistic. I'm naturalist. I deal naturally. I heal naturally. It's already healing. I'm already healing. And so the whole time that I'm standing there, you know me, I talk. I'm a big mouth. And so I'm talking, and out loud, I'm like, immediately, I know, like, I'm remembering the time that I did a show here for you guys, and I couldn't see out of my left eye because I had a ruptured membrane, and it was in severe pain for 3 days. And I'm remembering, don't wish it away because it makes it stay stronger. What you resist persists, what you embrace, you can erase. So immediately I go into, and I'm doing this all out loud. And every time I blink my eyes like that, I can barely make out like all these people's feet around me. Everybody's standing around. Police are standing around. Everybody's standing around. They're trying to ask me. I told them what had happened like 3 or 4 times. And in between them doing what they've got to do, and they're trying to look for this guy, they've asked me and the children, what did he look like? What color shirt is he wearing? All this stuff. I'm like, I'm colorblind. Ask my grandsons. They'll tell you better than me. Anyways, but I'm like, I gave the description. And so I start speaking out. I said, you know what? I know why this happened. Immediately I go into channeling. I'm like, I know exactly why this happened, because I am in my power and the anti-love energy wants to take me out. I've been doing exactly what I should and I'm having a powerful effect. So the anti-love energy wants to take me out, but they don't win today because I'm not afraid. I'm not going to cower. I'm still going to go to the store. I'm still going to do me. And I'm so happy that I stood up for myself, said no, and asserted my boundary. I don't need to buy him milk. I don't know you. I don't owe you. You got a dark energy and you're trying to take from me what's mine. I don't have to do anything for you. And you want to attack me, and I'm out loud and I'm just chilling. I'm like, and you want to attack me? And I'm here with my grandsons? Well, how you call yourself a man? How you going to come up to me and attack a woman who's out here by herself with children? I said, what the hell is wrong with these people? What happened in his childhood, in his life, to make him think that it's okay for him to attack a woman with children out here in the street by herself? I said, I'm in my power. That's why this is happening. The anti-love energy wants to take me out, but they don't win today because I'm in my power. I'm powerful. I said, you know what? I'm so thankful and grateful for my vision. Yeah, my eyes hurt a little bit right now, but I'll be fine. I have perfect vision. I can see just fine. Even right now, my body is moving this shit and dissipating this poison from my eyes. I said, and you know what? Even without the physical eyes, I have spiritual eyes and I can see, and I knew there was something wrong with that man's energy. I said, but there's a big reason why this is happening to me and happening for me. And I'm going to stand in my power. And I stood there. And every time I blinked my eyes, I tried to blink it in water and let the shit come out of my eyes. I could see that people were listening. People were standing there. I said, you know what this is? This is a great testimony. This is a great testimony because I'm a woman of faith and I'm a woman of power. I believe in Los God and the universe and the love source that all is all, and I am that. And I was channeling and I don't know who is listening. I said, and they don't know who they fucked with. They don't understand who I am. That man had a chance to clear his karma or to ensure his seal. And his seal is one of death. He has done a death blow to his own energy. He may not even care. He may be so far gone that he doesn't even care, but he doesn't know who he's messed with. But I'm still in my power. Nothing will take me out of my power. So the manager from the store, I've seen him around before. He's a young kid, always very courteous. He said, is there anything we can do to help you? I said, you can drive me home. I need somebody to drive me home. I just live across the street. It'll be a quick walk back, but I need somebody to drive me home. I can't stand here the police are saying that pepper spray takes 2 to 12 hours to come out, depending on how bad and how your body responds to it. I came home, had my grandson get my phone and unlock it and call his mother. I told her what had happened. Of course, she was pissed. She was livid. She was like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Are you okay? Did they take anything? I was like, no, actually, I'm fine. It's just my eyes are burning and my face is on fire and my skin is burning. I had overspray all over my neck and my arms, my legs even, because I was sitting in the car and I was wearing shorts. And she says, Mom, I don't know who this guy is, but he's going to probably get hit by a car today because, he doesn't know who the fuck you are. He's fucking with the wrong one. I'm like, I know, baby. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Just try not to get upset. She's like, oh my God, I could have been there. You should have called me. I would have came. I was like, but what were you going to do, baby? You were taking your clients. There's nothing you can do. I'm fine. The boys are fine. We're okay. I said, you know what I kept bugging them to do was Google what is the fastest way to get rid of pepper spray. And the police officer says, there's nothing you could do. You just got to wait until it dissipates. And I'm like, no, there's got to be something homeopathic, something that just makes sense. So my daughter said, we're looking it up already. My client's already looking up. She's like, Dawn, dish soap. You got to wash with dish soap. So immediately while she's still on the phone, she's going off. She's telling me all her feelings. She's going on her rant about what kind of a douchebag does that to a woman. She's pissed off because it was a douchebag that did it to a woman with kids. And it was a man, And so she's going off about all of that and how wrong it is that a man should do that to a woman with children. I get it. Meanwhile, I'm in this kitchen sink scrubbing my face and my neck and my hands and everything I could. I'm like soaked with Dawn dish soap and water. And it stayed burning. But I'll tell you, Dawn dish soap is the answer for pepper spray because I want to say another 10, 15 minutes later, that shit was gone. So The effect of that pepper spray for me was less than 2 hours for sure, maybe an hour and 15 minutes it affected me, but the Dawn dish soap helped. So if you ever have any accidents for any reason with pepper spray, Dawn dish soap, it makes perfect sense. You get one little drop of that shit in your greasy ass pan and you just watch the grease go like this, you know what I'm saying? So pepper spray is an oil-based product, and yeah. So then my intuition kept saying, you need to bathe in it. It's all over your body. So I was like, oh yeah, that's a good point. And now they're telling me I need to wash my laundry in the sink in the dish soap before I put it in the wash, or otherwise it'll get on the washer and on everybody's clothes. So thanks for that. So I put the boys in a bubble bath with Dawn dish soap and made them wash their bodies. And then I made them rinse in the shower, and I took a shower with Dawn dish soap. It was interesting because once the Dawn dish soap lifted the grease out of my skin, it like washed everywhere. It washed so what had happened was, as it washed everywhere, it kind of touched everywhere too. I want you to know that right now I'm just fine. There's just a little bit of a tingle left here and a tiny touch of a tingle right over here. But other than that, I feel just fine, like it never happened. And I'm dish soap clean now. And so are my boys. They're comfortable, they're sleeping. But the boys had the same reaction. Anywhere where that shit was sitting in their skin, once they washed with Dawn dish soap, it brought it up. And like Quentin cried for a little bit. He had a lot more sensitivity to it than Princeton did. But he's fine now. And it didn't help that he had a little cut on his elbow. So that was being upset, maybe from the Dawn dish soap. I really need to put some lotion on my skin once all this burning is completely gone. I'll probably just wait till tomorrow because I don't want to. Yeah. Anyways. So then I come back, and because my whole body is on fire, I'm like, all I can see is phoenix flames. And lately on the show, what I'm hearing now is lately on the show, how many times have I told you guys recently? At least 2 or 3 times I've gone into my profile on Facebook to talk about my background photo that says, I have my cover photo. I have been destroyed in 1,000 ways, and now I know 1,000 ways to rebuild myself. That photo, I don't know if I've showed it to you, but it's a phoenix, a burning phoenix. So immediately I thought about this image because my whole body was on fire. And then I thought about Hector, who honestly, with the way titles go, best friends, family, sisters, brothers, none of that shit has really worked out for me. So where I used to call him my brother, we are definitely a strong soul connection. And what's happening with one of us is always happening with the other one, whether it's literally physically, most times it is, or spiritually. So I called him. I've been wanting to call him, but I kept putting it off. I'm like, well, there's nothing they can do. Don't bother. I wanted to call him and Tim so bad just to tell him what had happened. But it's like, don't worry, you're friends. There's nothing you can do. You can tell them about it when you meet for drinks. And it's like, once I started feeling that energy of the phoenix and my whole body was burning, once I was able to get into the shower, I couldn't stop myself. So I sat down, I grabbed my phone, I called Hector. And he was like, oh my God. He goes, it's just like your dream. At this point, I hadn't even thought about the dream. Because when I recorded the dream, I sent it to him. This is frequent with us because, like I said, we have a lot of spiritual synchronicities and real life synchronicities. There's so many parallels in our life. If there's a twin flame human, for me, it's my gay friend, Hector. So, sidebar message, don't think your twin flame is going to be your romantic partner. It doesn't always work out that way. Remember, it's a journey of you and you. But he and I reflect very highly, and we have parallel journeys even before we met each other. And as we've gotten to know each other, we know so much more how that is true. But he started pointing out the synchronicities to my dream. Because in the dream that I let you listen to in the beginning, remember they were messing with my car door? I swear to God, I reached for that door. There was no reason why that door shouldn't have closed. Like, it's like I reached for the door and I couldn't grab it. It was weird. It was like there was something keeping the door from me. And I wasn't able to, if it had gone my way, that door would have been closed and he would have sprayed nothing but the window. We would have been just fine. And I would have chased his ass down and told the police, come get his little motherfucking ass. Probably, or probably not. Actually, I probably wouldn't have. I'm really not a call the cops person. Even when they first asked me, do you want to press charges? I'm like, no, I'm not going to press charges. I'll let God deal with his ass. And it was like, nope, press charges. I was like, okay, fine. I'm pressing charges. I've never pressed charges on anybody in my fucking life, ever, for anything. And God's like, yeah, you need to press charges. I'm like, okay, fine. I press charges. So anyways, I do want to throw in there just so that you know their store had full surveillance video. It's all caught on film. So that's great because my statement was really short. It was like, I was sprayed in the face by a guy because I didn't buy him milk because I couldn't fucking see. I had to write with my eyes shut. I'm like, can you please put my pen where I'm supposed to sign this thing? Okay, can you put my pen where I'm supposed to write all this shit, right? I'm like, I can't see. So, yeah, I hope it's really legible and straight enough. And I didn't write over my own handwriting, but whatever. He starts pointing out the synchronicities between the dream and the experience. And I was like, oh my God. And he was like, I found it really interesting that you kept trying to figure out who were these energies, masculine energies. You kept going, is it your dad? Was it your daughter's dad? And I'm like, yeah, right. And then I'm listening to it. I was like, was it God? No, it was God preparing me for what was coming. So as I was listening to this, I took notes. In the dream, my masculine energy told me they were coming in advance. And I said, was it God? Was it my dad? Was it my daughter's dad? Was it God? It felt like a husband. Was it God? Because if y'all been with me anytime, you know, I say I'm married to God and I have room for a wife, but the husband position is taken. So I was told that they were coming in advance. I was shown in this dream that there would be an attack. I was shown in this dream that there would be an attack and it would have involved my car. Okay. Now, something about this and the pressing charges, right? Because I was taken to the King's Inn. When I kept hearing me say the King's Inn as we were listening to the recording here together just now, I kept saying the King's Inn. The way I said it when I came out of the dream was INN, as in hotel. Kings, not kin. Hector, in our conversation, he kept hearing me say kin. Kin, as in KIN, relative, blood relative. And he thought that was really interesting. But then he realized I was saying King's Inn. Okay, so something about kin. Okay. But when I was listening to the recording, I kept hearing the King's Inn, as in the king, comma, S, apostrophe S, as is the king is in, I-N. The king is here. The king is in. The king is in. The king is here. And what I'm getting about that was something about finally pressing charges against somebody who absolutely deserves to have charges pressed against them and who might do this if they keep getting away with shit. This motherfucker need to be put away somewhere because that's just really foul ass behavior. Like, talk about every violation of love and peace and happiness. I'm just saying, like, remember, applying that principle is not just to yourself for your own best interest. It's for yourself as well as the other. It's got to be a mutual thing. Otherwise, the principle is bullshit. It doesn't work unless you're applying it within and without towards the world around you. Okay. Now, doing something to the car door, again, one of my notes is I couldn't close the car door fast enough. It's almost as if somebody held the door and I couldn't close the car door. And I was attacked at the car door. I had just gotten in the car and I was trying to close the door. And all I could think of is me and my grandsons, what the fuck is about to happen? When the guy was coming at me, I swear to God, I thought he was going to hit me. And then I just seen him doing like this. I couldn't even see nothing, but I see him doing this. And the next thing I see, he's taking off that way. And I was able to barely get into the store. And then that was it. Eyes gone. I wanted to follow, but I couldn't. In the dream, I said I wanted to follow, but I couldn't. Even as I saw the man taking off, like my first instinct was I'm going to follow his ass and I'm going to run his ass over. Like that was my first instinct. I'm going to chase his ass down. I'm going to run his ass over, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, my little violent streak came up, but I couldn't do anything because I couldn't fucking see. Now, the other part of this was in the dream, there were two masculine energies that locked me in Blanca. They locked me in my car. Now, there were literally two men there. It was two men there. They were together. They left walking together, but one never approached me. There's also something significant about the fact that the one that never approached me was pushing a baby stroller. I doubt there was a baby in it. It was covered over. I don't know what the fuck they had been doing. They probably been out robbing motherfuckers. I don't know what the fuck they've been doing, but he took off. They took off, and it was two men. And in my dream, that's what it was. Okay. The other thing was, in my dream, I wasn't able to sit in the driver's seat, but I still was able to get home. I remember when I asked the police officers in my experience, how long does this shit last? Like, how long? Well, we really can't tell you. Okay, can you give me a minimum to a maximum? Like, can I get some kind of idea? Like, is it minutes? Is it hours? Is it days? What the fuck? So finally they said, well, anywhere from like 2 to 12 hours, just depending on how your body reacts to it. I'm like, okay, now I got an idea. So, and then my next thought was, I can't stand out here all fucking night waiting to drive home with my grandsons. I can't drive like this. I was like, somebody's going to have to drive me home. So that's how, you know, in my reality experience, it matched the experience from the dream, because I was not able to sit in the driver's seat on the way home. But in my reality experience, the manager drove me home. In my dream experience, I was driving myself home from the passenger seat. In other words, I still got my ass home either way. And in both my dream and my human experience, I had both of my grandsons there. There was something about my grandsons. They opened the door in my dream to let the security in. Okay, so there was something here about the fact that my two grandsons, until my eyesight cleared up, they've been right there. Grandma, they've been on both hands. Thank God it didn't last long. But, you know, boys, I need to do this. I need to do that. We need to, you know, I need you guys to unlock the car. I need you to unlock the door. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure the house door is locked. They've been taking good care of their grandma. They're such good boys. Thank you so much, boys. You're going to be grown when you see this message, but thank you so much, boys. And you'll, like my daughter said, they'll always remember that experience. Yes, the fuck they will. So, interesting thing was, my daughter's response was the same as my response while I was standing out there channeling. I said, they don't understand who the fuck I am and what I do and how I be. They don't understand my energy. They don't know who they done fucked with. I said, and my daughter's first response was the same thing. She said, they don't know who they done fucked with. Them motherfuckers probably gonna go around the corner, get hit by a car. And what was happening in the dream? In my dream, the feeling was like God was about to go do dirt. They don't know who they messed with, was the dream that came, the energy that came through the dream. Now, there's something here about the anti-love energy was banking on me staying stuck in my light, that I would never take action. And there's the king's in energy, where the king is here now. Okay. That king energy is taking protective action. It's taking the action. That's where the pressing charges comes up. Okay. But they were banking on me being unable to come out. Clearly, if I ended up at the King's Inn in my dream, and in my reality, I ended up back home and I'm sitting on my throne. I'm in the King's palace. Hello, I am the king. Okay, I'm just saying, I got out of the light. I got out of that situation. Now, there's another thing here about, in my dream, the person that came in about this insurance policy to secure us at the King's Inn was the older Caucasian man, which triggered, while I was listening to the dream recording, it triggered another dream that I had, where there was that older Caucasian man energy that was working in the sub basement. It's like a guardian angel energy. Maybe it was God, there's something there. And the crazy part was, at the end of the dream, I was talking about to my grandsons, it's just going to be a quick drive. We're going to go to the hotel real quick, right? Even though this part is a little bit off. When we left the house, that was what I told my grandsons. We'll be right back. We're just going to go across the street. We'll be back in no time, right? So I'm looking forward to more being revealed about what the blueprint meant. I remember when in the dream, when I was preparing to go to the King's Inn hotel, that I kept seeing the blueprint of the hotel. I want to know more about what that secret entrance is. I'm ready to understand more about the long corridor and what is it exactly that is taken care of once and for all. And there's something there. Now, the other thing that I got, which is not in my notes, but one thing I got, this is about divine feminine energies. Okay, and Black Moon Lilith energies. See that Black Moon Lilith energy? That's that bitch. She'll come out and she will fuck you up. Okay, watch out for her because she's a rebel. She don't play nice. That's that gangster that we all have inside of us that will come out to defend us. Okay, but we got to do it in a balanced way. We don't want her to go haywire and start letting her kids get killed and shit. You know what I'm saying? This is about using that shadow energy. Okay, so the reason why I was guided to make this video, like I said, I've been told I'm an oversoul. I don't say that lightly, and I don't say it often. And I don't know when you'll hear me say it again, because I'm not sitting up here trying to pop my collar. It sounds extremely egotistical for me to even say anything like that. And some people will make that charge. And I really don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. I just know what the hell God told me. Okay. And what I need to know is that I have did my part to say something, because if it's happening to me, this is an energy that is happening on Earth. And I know this because I've had evidence of this. What I go through causes changes on Earth. The way I go through experiences causes changes on Earth. What Hector said was the same thing I said. It's about how you went through it. It's about staying in your power. And I was like, exactly, because like I said, while it was happening, while I was standing in front of the store, I was like, there's a testimony in this. And all I know is, I don't know who the fuck was listening, but a lot of people got to hear what the hell I had to say. And I got a loud voice, and I was on some anger shit. Plus they got to watch. Somebody stood there and watched while I took and healed my grandson who was crying because the shit had hit his eyeball. They watched him go from crying to calm in a matter of minutes. They watched me heal him. They also watched how I took that pain and I didn't cry about it, in the sense of, why am I going through this? And oh my God, it hurts so bad. Make it go away, make it something. No, they didn't watch me do that. They said, no, they watched me give gratitude for my vision, for my spiritual vision, for my physical vision. They watched me claim my healing. Okay, there was so much that happened and it was a testimony. Something real big is happening. It's not just going to be about me. At this moment, somebody's like, yeah, bitch, it was just your experience. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Think what you think. Click off. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am and I know how this works. So I'm sharing this message, okay? No matter what you go through, if you experience some sort of attack, okay? If you have something that comes to fulfillment for you, anywhere where you experience it, it's about how you go through it. Stay in your power, honey. Ground yourself and stay in your power. Even the paramedics that came over to respond, they took my blood pressure. They were like, ma'am, do you have high blood pressure? I said, I don't know. I don't fuck with doctors at all. I said, but I'm sure right now I'm pretty agitated and I'm a little bit in shock about what just happened. I said, hold on, let me ground myself. They took my blood pressure again and they said, oh no, it's normal. They were like, so they watched me ground myself into a normal blood pressure right in front of them. There's so much testimony in this. That's all I had to say. I didn't know it was going to take damn near an hour. I'll be back in a little bit for the tarot and the shadows. Until next time, love you, ladies.